Hey guys, Kevin Cage back with another daily cryptocurrency video. Welcome to the channel. Like and subscribe if you like what you see, and let's get right into the information today. So first off, I just want to say congratulations to Brad Kimes and the Digital Asset Investor. They have been personally invited by Ripple to attend Swell, which is Ripple's annual conference. This year it will be based in Singapore, which I find very interesting. Again, Singapore has been very, very innovative lately, and I think that they are years ahead in terms of regulation. They're open to change and doing more of an open framework overall. Of course, the Singapore dollar is boosting liquidity everywhere, adopting digital assets everywhere. So again, guys, congrats to these guys. I'm personally excited to get some firsthand coverage from them, and I'm sure they're going to keep us up to date. But just in case, make sure you all request, comment on their YouTube videos, go to them on Twitter. I mean, personally, I can just reach out to them as well, but I think that the more people that are requesting live streams from them during intermission, evening updates, even if those two collaborate on videos, I think that'd be great. And I'm, personally excited for that. So guys, go spam both of those gentlemen, request some updates. I'm really excited to see those two collaborate and get some firsthand knowledge and experience and see what they get as takeaways at this event. Personally, I think something's up. It's very interesting that Ripple is finally involving the XRP community. In the past, they never wanted to interact with us, perhaps because they didn't want to seem like they were just reaching out and creating hype and boosting the, XRP up and make it look like a security. I think that regulatory clarity is already here behind the scenes. I think it's a done deal. And I think that there's going to be something very interesting and exciting for all of us that will be announced. And again, I believe it is November 7th and 8th. So what day? Let me see. So next month. So that will take place on Thursday and Friday in November. So the 7th and the 8th in Singapore. I'll have to check for the times, but regardless, guys, I'm really looking forward to that. So anyways, to get to the news, I refer to this article a lot, and this is asset fractionalization. Now, this is by R3. Again, they're Corda. They have the open source platform. For settlement mechanism is XRP. There was a huge lawsuit back in the day with R3 and Ripple on getting R3 was promised 5 billion XRP at fractions of a penny. So basically, it's been settled recently. We don't really know the terms of the outcome, but I'm assuming that they own, a good portion of XRP regardless, even if they didn't get all 5 bill. But basically, this is just talking about tokenizing assets as we move to a digital economy. I've covered this in past videos, and just talking about the benefits of asset fractionalization. See, we got REITs. These are real estate investment trusts. We have ETFs, mutual funds, talking about all kinds of benefits behind this and where the future is going. And this goes hand in hand with the news with Coinfield. And again, we'd be moving, I expect, as we are already starting to see, instead of just to the mere stock market, we will also be moving towards tokenizing securities and real estate, such as properties. So simply going to come. I highly recommend you guys read this article. Just check it out. Asset Fractionalization R3, and just kind of read, and there's some good takeaways from it. All right, Stephen Dieppe. So a powerful quote from the MoneyGram CEO in this on-demand liquidity solution using XRP, and the CEO of MoneyGram is Alex Holmes, and he was praising XRP, what was it, a month or two ago? It was very powerful. If you guys haven't heard that, highly recommend it. And basically just saying using XRP is as close to instantaneous transfer of money humanly possible that he has ever seen. Treasurers at banks love this solution. Now this is, I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name, but Stuart Alderotoy, I don't even know, Ripple, and this is September 2019. So we're going to check this out. Just listen to this clip here.
Now, if I'm sitting in the U.S. and I'm MoneyGram and I want to send $1,000 to you and you're in Mexico and I want to convert that to pesos, using RippleNet, you go into the marketplace and you go to a crypto exchange or a crypto market maker and you buy $1,000 worth of XRP. You send that XRP to Mexico. The market maker or the exchange in Mexico then converts it to pesos and then delivers it to the ultimate consumer. That transaction takes 3 to 5 seconds, whereas under traditional SWIFT network, that would take 3 to 5 days. MoneyGram, in their recent quarterly conference call, which took place 3 or 4 weeks ago, their CEO says on that conference call that this is as close to instantaneous transfer of money humanly possible that he has ever seen, which was a pretty powerful quote. Treasurers, if you're a treasurer of a bank, you love this solution because you control your balance sheet, you control the time of day that you want to execute the trade, and you control the cost of the trade because you can delay the trade until you get the price that you want to execute the trade.
Great, thank you.
And I find that very interesting in terms of delaying the trade until it's the exact price that you want, and you can actually get the exact cost savings before you even execute the trade. You essentially know exactly what it's going to cost beforehand. And keep in mind, we're building liquidity, so you're not going to suffer as much consumption slippage. And it does take time to build these rails. But again, we are talking about billions of dollars being transferred all the time. And right now we're only seeing about $1 to $2 million a day from the Mexican peso and the Philippine peso between the US dollar. Guys, the opportunity is there. I know that MoneyGram said in Q4 that we will be ramping up the volume. And I'm excited to see what's to come. Again, I'm starting to say this in every single video. Brian Madigan of Ripple's also said, right now we're at like $1 million a day in volume. Wait until we scale to 10 million to 100 million, etc. And she said those figures, yes. And that's very exciting, guys. You have to use your imagination and see what's to come. The Mexican peso and the Philippine peso, both are low-hanging fruit corridors. But again, there's tons of opportunity for XRapid in this use case. And I'm still going to say XRapid, or you can say on-demand liquidity. All right, next, Cryptopolis. And I like this tweet, so very good point to consider. So since the United States is the reserve currency, or the US dollar, whatever, is the reserve currency, most debt worldwide is denominated in the US dollar. USD needed to repay these loans is scarce. Defaults from autos, student loans on the rise, further reducing liquidity for banks. US dollar shortages are not just a United States liquidity problem. Absolutely. And there's a lot of speculation that this will take place first in Europe. We will see. Right here, I Am Legion. Are we seeing a pattern yet? And I know I've gone over all these groups before. I'm just going to be brief. We know Accenture helping not only R3, and again, Corda is their platform, not only helping Ripple, but also helping Swift, and they're working on their digital transformation. We got Everest, NTT Data Company, and then NTT Data here. Again, they are the 5th largest IT firm in the world. All right. So again, we're seeing a pattern. We see these groups all working together to create their digital transformation. And then look, we even see Tata here, some recognizable names, Microsoft Azure, Deloitte, even, a lot of names that we've seen, Darren Moore uncover as a researcher as well. So just kind of referring to that. And again, we can even see what I just referenced. Swift and Accenture outline path to DLT adoption. We see adoption to ILP, Interledger Protocol. I mean, we've seen all this. I've sourced this link in the past, guys, talking about cross-border real-time gross settlement, talking about not only XRapid between all of these banks and connecting and replacing the correspondent banking system with all of this and liquidity providers, but actually using not only the XRP ledger, which everything could hypothetically run upon, which these huge groups are literally drawing diagrams to back in the day. Like, this is several years old. Now, just imagine what can happen. And again, it's literally showing the Interledger protocol here. Now, I'm not saying that XRP will be the only one. I think Ethereum can potentially succeed too, because there's a lot of smart contracts being built upon the platform. But right now, we are creating Codius, we are creating Interledger, we are creating XRP, we're creating these agnostic platforms so the best services can survive and thrive, and the market will decide. We already know the best digital asset in terms of what's important, whether that is cost, scalability, speed, security, you name it. All right. Next, King Solomon. I'll be brief with this, but for those that haven't seen the NTT Data's RippleNet Italy white paper, so we got FYI, this is X current now, on-demand liquidity, and this is the POC proof of concept, successful NTT and global retail bank, new and dedicated mobile application, HSBC Mobile X, global retail bank with 14 plus million clients. As we can see here, we see USA, we got UK, we got Apple Pay, various networks, all running Ripple X current in between. So we got the payment networks here in the Eurozones. So cool to see that. And just some diagrams. Again, this is just proof of concept. It's not like the money's running via XRP right now. Keep in mind, X current does not utilize XRP, even though it has the ability to basically update it now with on-demand liquidity. Everything is a cloud service. It's very simple. Simply just kind of plug it in and go. But we need to develop that liquidity. So set expectations properly. But look at this, timing and team, 2-year project. I want to see when this document was actually created. There's a source below as well with the link, but just wanted to show you this. And this is the UK Tier 1 Ripple X current solution. Guys, some of the largest groups in the world, yes, have been working with Ripple for years. They have a name for themselves. This should not be a surprise to you. If this is, then you must be a brand new investor to XRP. All right. And then right here, we're going to finish up with this. So XRP coin news. So this gentleman actually created the site, and this is xrpripplenews.com, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But basically, I just highly recommend you check out the site. Doing well, good information, accurate, got some price streams, everything like that, and some well-written articles. So again, just some up-to-date news. And you guys, again, everything is sourced. You can always check it as well. And then right here, 10 vital tips for investing in XRP. So we just kind of go through them: affordability, research, trustability, the wallet where you can store your funds securely, volatility, keep this in mind when price fluctuates. But again, volatility spells opportunity for me. Diversity, diversification, patience, pass it on, spread the word, whatever you want, guys. For me, I do not beg friends, family, anybody to invest in these assets. If they are curious, they can ask me themselves. I'm not trying to convince anybody. I'm simply researching, sharing the content. If they want to miss out on this opportunity, too bad. I literally, if you might think I'm a bad person, I'm here to make money and get a return on my investment by taking advantage of a trend in this wave. But personally, I usually keep this stuff to myself, and they'll come to me and they'll ask how I did it, and it'll be too late. So you either recognize this opportunity, do your own research, and take responsibility for your own life and circumstances, or you don't. And there's nothing wrong with that. To each their own. But for me, I really want to make a difference. I want to make a dent, just like Ripple is. And I think that this is a massive, massive opportunity, especially as we are creating the internet of value. We see everything being tokenized. We are moving towards a digital economy. We are moving towards a digital and cashless society. You have to follow the trends. Remember, I say follow the money, but again, you have to know where the money will be going. And this is the transition that I see. We already talk about the industries that are going to be huge in the future, whether that's blockchain, of course, which is what I'm planning to capitalize on. And just like society moves like a pendulum, we see everything moving back to a decentralized structure. People are moving away from Facebook, Patreon, YouTube, things of that nature. And we want to go towards something where it's more decentralized. So DeFi, decentralized finance, is another market. We're talking voice is another opportunity. Cybersecurity is another trend. VR and AR. And if you pay attention to the trends, guys, I guarantee less and less people are actually watching my screen as I'm recording, because everything is more so voice-based. I guarantee, and I've been listening to the Gary Vaynerchuk going over, everybody's listening to the podcasts. The growth in the last 5 years is unbelievable. And I would tend to agree. So, guys, give this video a like. And if you do listen to a podcast currently and you did not 5 years ago, I want you to comment that down below, because I kind of want to see how many of you listen to a podcast currently, because we're following these trends and we're trying to predict what's going to happen. All right, guys, hopefully this was helpful, and I will get another video update again regarding some XRP information. There's a lot to cover, and I'm, again, trying to dumb it down and talk to the average people that are just kind of hearing about XRP on the news, so you guys can learn more, because things are really heating up. I wholeheartedly believe that we are going to see some big moves in this quarter. So again, guys, thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next video.